Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
We are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early... The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go back.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Mayfield. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Been there. Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Let's go! Austin Hooper. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Play after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
On first down, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. They'll find Miller. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From the gun, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Connects here with the tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, and he slings one that's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. On the right side, this is Miller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
On 1st down, Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11. Give to Cook out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
That throw into the arms of Allen. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Johnson, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw is Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On On fourth down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, you're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And Miller with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. And again, it's Field. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
So many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Mayfield with it once more. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. The quarterback never got rid of the football.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air again, Tannehill. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So that'll back him up 5. Again, Tannehill. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But it's going to be second down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. On 1st down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned. How did each play work? Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's a play that likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill taken in by Sprinkle. A little pitch and catch. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Again, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
Whoa, every time you come this way, I'm going to give it to you.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Nifty footwork, and he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Tannehill looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tannehill throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Tannehill on 1st down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing again is Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Tannehill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. From the 24, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The catch made by Miller. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Mayfield now from the 50. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Man, I've seen that play a couple of times.
Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Cook following the penalty. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the wind at his back here in the 4th quarter. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
What a waste of time.
Out come the Titans now. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Here's Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. The Browns set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be second and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And that makes it a 9-point game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To the air again, Tannehill. Goes underneath for Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Again, Tannehill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Tannehill throwing again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Rashard Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
No luck going for 2 last time, so they'll just kick the extra point here. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
I got my carpet rolled out for you.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got Miller. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Mayfield to throw. Position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. 2nd and 11 now. Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Cleveland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week